Motherhood does not begin in the delivery room. It begins the moment a woman realizes her life will no longer belong only to her. Before, her choices shaped her days. After, every decision passes through the filter of another human being. This shift is quiet, but permanent. She is no longer seen as an individual first, but as someone's mother. Over time, her old identity does not disappear completely, but it moves to the background. That internal reorganization can feel disorienting, especially when no one acknowledges that she is grieving and growing at the same time. Physical transformation. Pregnancy and childbirth reshape the body in ways that go far beyond a growing belly. Hormones rise and fall dramatically. Muscles stretch. Skin changes. Sleep patterns collapse. Historically, women have been praised for the beauty of motherhood, yet the physical cost has often been minimized. Recovery can take months or even years, and sometimes the body never fully returns to what it was. This matters because the body is not separate from the mind. When she feels unfamiliar in her own skin, confidence can shift. She may smile in public while privately learning to accept a new reflection in the mirror. Sleep deprivation. New motherhood introduces a kind of exhaustion that is difficult to explain. Interrupted nights blur into demanding days. Unlike most forms of tiredness, this one has no predictable end. Human bodies are designed to need rest, yet caring for an infant often means functioning without it. Over time, lack of sleep affects mood, patience, and even memory. She may forget small things and wonder what is wrong with her. Nothing is wrong. Her brain is simply operating under strain. The world keeps moving, but she is doing it on empty. Mental load. Beyond feeding and cleaning, there is an invisible list running constantly in her mind. Appointments, school dates, meal plans, clothing sizes, emotional needs. This ongoing management is often called the mental load, though many women experience it without knowing the term. It developed historically as households became more complex and expectations grew. Even when both partners work, mothers frequently become the default planners. The mental load matters because it never fully switches off. While others rest, she is anticipating tomorrow. Emotional labor. Families do not only require physical care, they require emotional regulation. She learns to soothe crying children, ease conflicts, and maintain harmony. Over time, she may also soften her own reactions to avoid tension. Emotional labor means managing feelings, both hers and everyone else's. It is subtle and rarely praised, yet it holds relationships together. When she absorbs stress so others can feel stable, the cost accumulates quietly. Without support, that steady giving can lead to burnout. Relationship recalibration. Partnership changes after children arrive. Conversations that once centered on dreams and plans often shift toward logistics. Intimacy may decrease, not from lack of love, but from lack of energy. Throughout history, many couples have struggled during early parenthood, though few speak openly about it. She may long to be seen as a partner again, not only as a parent. This recalibration matters because strong relationships require attention. When both partners understand that change is normal, they can adapt together instead of drifting apart. Career interruption. For many women, motherhood affects professional life in visible and invisible ways. Time away from work can slow advancement. Returning may require rebuilding confidence. In some cultures, women are expected to prioritize home entirely. In others, they are expected to manage both perfectly. The tension between ambition and caregiving is not new, but it remains unresolved. This interruption matters because work is often tied to identity and independence. Losing momentum can feel like losing a part of oneself. Financial pressure. Raising children introduces new expenses that arrive steadily and without pause. Diapers, childcare, school supplies, medical bills. Even in stable households, the added responsibility can create quiet stress. Historically, extended families shared these burdens, but modern life often isolates nuclear families. She may calculate budgets late at night, worrying about the future. Financial pressure shapes decisions about work, housing, and even family size. It becomes another weight she carries, sometimes silently. Social isolation. Early motherhood can narrow a woman's world. Friends without children may not understand her schedule or exhaustion. Leaving the house becomes an operation that requires planning. Days can pass without adult conversation. Even though technology connects people digitally, it cannot fully replace physical community. In earlier generations, neighbors and relatives were nearby. Today, many mothers navigate alone. Isolation matters because humans are social by nature. Without support, small challenges feel larger. Guilt and self-doubt. No matter how much she gives, she may question whether it is enough. If she works, she wonders if she should be home more. If she stays home, she wonders if she should be earning. Social media adds another layer, presenting polished images of perfect parenting. Guilt grows in comparison. Self-doubt becomes a background voice asking if she is failing. This internal pressure matters because it erodes joy. When she believes she is never enough, even her successes feel small. Resilience. Amid the exhaustion and uncertainty, something steady develops. She becomes more adaptable than she imagined. She functions in chaos. She solves problems quickly. She discovers patience she didn't know she had. Throughout history, mothers have sustained families through wars, migrations, and hardship. That strength continues in everyday moments. Resilience does not remove the difficulty, but it allows her to continue. It shapes her into someone capable of carrying more than she thought possible. Rediscovery. Over time, as children grow and routines stabilize, space begins to reopen. Small pieces of her old interests return. She may read again, create again, dream again. The rediscovery is gradual. She does not become the woman she once was. She becomes a version shaped by experience. This stage matters because it reminds her that identity is not lost forever. It evolves. Motherhood does not erase her. It transforms her. And within that transformation, she can still find herself.